Hello and welcome to this new video tutorial. Today I want to talk about the process of publishing your apps on Google Play. It's a quite intuitive process, but there are a lot of users of Mobincube who have some questions about the process. Okay, so we will try to explain the whole process and also solve some of those doubts. Okay, well, let's go first with the requirements. So the first thing you need to have is you need to have a Google account, but I guess you already have one. Okay, if you have an Android phone or you use Gmail, you probably have a Google account. Then you need to go to developer.android.com, and here you will find the Google Play Console. So you need to create an account here. Basically, it's the same Google account that you already have. So you just need to um, authorize Google to open the Google developer for you. Okay, so after you sign up here, you will have to make a payment of $25 to Google. Okay, and that's a one-time fee payment. So you only have to pay for creating the account, and then you will have your account forever. So you can publish as many apps as you want. You can make make updates of your apps. Okay, and there won't be any commission for that. So you only pay that fee at first. Okay, and then your account will be live forever unless you infringe some of the Google Play terms and conditions. Okay, if you infringe those, then Google can cancel your account. But if you behave, then your account will be forever. So first, let's go to Mobincube. Today I'm not going to create any app. I assume that you already have an app and you just want to publish. So I have mine here. So yeah, first remember, before publishing on Google Play, you have to publish on Mobincube. You have to go to the top horizontal menu where it says publish, and then you have to finish and publish your current version of the app. And one thing, well, we'll see later that you can offer your app for free on Google Play, or you can put a price for so people pay for your app. Okay, so in case you want people to pay for your app, you should tell us that, and we will invalidate the URL of the Mobincube downloading platform. Okay, you see here this URL, and anyone with this URL can download your app. So please let us know, and we will remove it from the mobincube.mobi platform. So for publishing your app on Google Play, you will need to download an APK file. So press here in this button where it says Android Markets, and it's going to be very easy. So you see this section called Download APK. Basically, you just need to click on download and the APK file will be downloaded. Well, you won't download an APK file, you will download a zip file that will contain inside the APK file. And when downloading, you will see this message. It says it's a warning because after when you publish on Google Play, they will give you that option of the app signing process. So here we are remind you that you have to opt out that process from Google Play. So I just downloaded the zip file, and I'm going to show you what it contains. Here's my file. I'm going to uncompress it. And here's the APK file. This is the one that you will be needing for publishing the app on Google Play. So I'm back on my account. You can see here so many apps because I've already published some of them. So if it's the first time you log in your account, you will see this section empty. You just need to click here on Create Application in order to start creating your app on Google Play. So first you need to select the default language. In my case, this is a Spanish app. It's a collection of Spanish proverbs. Okay, so I'm selecting Spanish as default language. Then set a title, and you will access the store listing section. You see here on the left menu that there are some sections, and some of them have a small gray check mark. These are the sections that you have to complete before being able to publish your app. There are 5 of them. This one that we're editing right now, the store listing, is probably the most important one. Okay, all of them are important, but this one is the section that will allow you to control the positioning of your app on Google Play. And so if you do a good job here, then you will get more downloads of your app. So, well, I guess you are familiar with the term SEO for websites and Google search engine. Okay, that's the things that people do on websites so that people can find those websites when they search on Google. So here with apps, we have one thing called ASO, which stands for App Store Optimization. So these are all the techniques that will help you accomplish that when people search for something on Google Play, they will find your app. Okay, so it's not only about making them find your app, but also attract them to download your app once they have visited your apps page on Google Play. Okay, so here you have to complete the short description and the long description. Okay, this is very important because here you can write a lot of keywords that Google will use for helping people find your app. Okay, so after we put the description and the name and the short description, we will have to upload our icon. It should be 512 pixels, and here you have some description and instruction for uploading your icon. So I have here this standard icon. I'm going to use it. Just drag and drop it here. And remember that now Google doesn't allow transparency. Okay, so that this is also an important thing. And after you upload the icon, you need to upload screenshots of your app. You can upload screenshots for phone format, for tablet format, and Android TV or Wear OS. Okay, so ignore this last one and also Android TV. Mobincube is not compatible with Android TV right now, so we are going to upload screenshots for phone. Okay, and you should also upload for tablets, because if people are browsing Google Play from a tablet and they don't see tablet screenshots, they only see phone screenshots, maybe they won't find the app so attractive. Okay, so it's very important that you upload all of them. So, well, I have here some 5 screenshots. Okay, I didn't care too much about the design, so I'm just going to drag and drop them here. Okay, they were 5, but you can upload up to 8, and I would definitely recommend uploading 8, because the thing is that a lot of people don't read the description of your app, they only see the screenshots. Okay, so you should take advantage of that and try to offer as much information as you can in order to attract them to download the app. Okay, so I just uploaded these plain screenshots of the app, but I guess you have seen on Google Play that when you're trying to download an app, that a lot of companies put more fancy screenshots. They put the plain screenshot in the middle, and maybe they put it inside a phone, and they put some text above or below. Okay, you can find tools like this one, davinciapps.com, and this looks pretty good. Someone told me about it yesterday, and well, basically click on here on templates, and basically here you will upload the plain image from your app, and they will provide these surroundings so that you can just type the descriptions and things like that. Okay, and the pricing is also good. The free plan should be okay for Android developers. And after you upload the screenshots, you have to upload the feature graphic, which must be 1024 pixels width and 500 pixels height. I have this sample here, just drag and drop it. And then you have to upload the promo graphic, which is 180 pixels times 120. This is taking a bit long, but it should be okay. And also, there's another very important thing is the promo video. I guess you've seen that some apps on Google Play have a video showing the app. Okay, so Google once made an article and they demonstrated that apps with a video, with a promo video, get much more downloads. I'm not sure if it was like 3 times more downloads, something like that. Okay, but it's very important. You should record a video and put it on YouTube, and then here you will paste the link to that video. Then, after doing that, you have to set the category of your app. So first you should select the application type, if it's a game or an application. Well, normally if you're publishing a Mobincube app, it will be always an application. And then you have to select the category, which is also very important, because if you pick the wrong category, then people, for example, if people try to go to the education category and your app is not for education purposes, then they will ignore your app. Then you have to use tags. So this will be helpful for letting Google know your positioning. Okay, I made a mistake with the image. Something's wrong with it, so I just uploaded a new one. Let's talk now about the languages. You can have only one language for your app, or you can have several of them. Even if you only have one language inside the app, you should add several languages on Google Play. This is very important because if you're attracting people to your page and you only have your description in one language, it might not be the language of the person visiting your page. So in case that person doesn't understand, then they definitely won't download your app. So here you can add more languages. You can purchase translations, or you can add your own. So here I'm selecting English, and you see now here on the blue area that this is the selected language, the one that we are editing right now. So you can change it from this selector. Okay, so if I pick English, now everything's empty. So I'm going to enter the title in English and then a description as well. Learn Spanish with these proverbs. And finally, you have to enter the full description. You should put a lot of keywords here, okay, because keywords will improve the positioning of your app. So try to put like 3 or 4 times every keyword along the description. Okay, there are some tools out there like Sensor Tower or App Annie that will help you pick the right keywords for your app. And okay, and then here we have the icons. Did you see the icons on the screenshot that they are like semi-transparent? Okay, these are the default icons and screenshots that I selected for the default language. But you can add new icons or screenshots for the new language. Okay, you can leave it just with the default one, or you can just drag and drop it here, new screenshots in a different language. And this is also important because if people visiting your page don't find the correct language, then they will leave for sure. Then you have to enter the contact details. Well, if you don't have a website, this is not mandatory, but at least you have to provide an email address, because this will be a public address that will be placed on your Google Play page. So in case someone has a problem with your app, they can contact you. And finally, the privacy policy. This is also very important. It's almost a must do, because, well, most apps have SDKs from third parties like advertisement SDKs or Google Analytics and things like that. So those SDKs use cookies. So in that case, you need to provide a privacy policy. If you don't have one or you don't want to use it, you can click on the checkbox. But I will definitely recommend to use privacy policy. So, well, we always recommend this one on Mobincube. Here you can find the myappterms.com, but of course you can find some others on internet. Okay, this is a default that policy that covers most of the things for Mobincube apps. Here you have the content of that URL, or if you go to the home site, you will see that you have like the generic terms and also for Google and Apple. And even if you change this number, instead of 1 on the URL you put 100, you will get more simple terms and conditions, so people won't get scared. Just paste the URL here, and now I think we can save, and you'll see the green icon on the left. This means that this section is enough for publishing the app. Okay, so we need to complete the other 4 sections. Now we can manage tags. We can add the tags of the app. You have, well, it's not like random tags that you can enter. You have to pick them from this list. Okay, you can put up to 5. Sometimes it's difficult to find 5, but you know, as many. I mean, you should put as many as you can, so people will find your app easier. So in my case, I'm looking for education and language, things like that. Maybe encyclopedia, or let's see. Well, in my case, it's a bit difficult, but maybe tools. No, not tools. Or I'm not sure. Maybe 3 are enough. Or you see, if here, well, you can put a text to find them, but you cannot add a random text. Okay, maybe art design, good, and maybe let's check communication, maybe. Okay, let's add this one. Okay, now I have 5, and that's enough. Well, it's not mandatory, the tags, but you should put them. Okay, yeah, they are here. Okay, so I think it's time to go to the next section. Okay, well, you don't need to fill up these sections in order. You can just pick one of these sections and start editing. But, well, there are some of them that will require to upload an APK file first. Okay, and I think it's this one, the content rating. You should put an APK. So I'm going to go to this one for pricing and distribution. I selected free. You can put a price if you want, and here's the list of countries. By default, it's unavailable in every country. I'm going to just make it available in all of the countries. Okay, you shouldn't always do that, because if your app is very specific for one country, you should only pick that country, because maybe that app doesn't make sense in a different country. So if someone from that country installs the app and opens it, and it won't work because it's not specific for that country, it won't make sense. So maybe they leave you a bad review for your app. So and that will reduce the chances of getting more downloads for you. So yeah, in my case, it's not important. So next thing is you have to tell Google if your app contains ads. Okay, so if you are monetizing with advertisement, you should pick here yes. Then we have the device categories, which is not useful if you are creating apps with Mobincube, so I'm going to ignore it. And the user programs, which also doesn't make sense. We have the Daydream program in case you are creating apps for virtual reality, and the schools and organizations program. Okay, then you have to provide some consents to Google. Okay, the first one, you should always leave it empty unless you want your app to be private. And here we should confirm to Google that we are fitting the content guidelines and also the US export laws. Okay, and I cannot click them right now because if you see here, I need to upload an APK file first. Okay, I'm going to save the draft and I will go and upload an APK file so I can finish this section. Okay, so the APK file is here on this section, app releases. Okay, so here's from where you are going to manage all the releases of your app. Normally for a programmer, sometimes they create an alpha version of the app, a beta version, so that people can test it. In our case, we are just creating apps with Mobincube, so they are ready to go. So we just need to manage the production release. So first we are going to create a new release. And you see first we have this important message, and this is the thing I said before when we were downloading the APK file from Mobincube. This is the app sign-in message from Google. It's very important, I mean super important, that you click on opt out. Okay, because this is only for developers that they don't want to sign their apps and they want Google to sign the apps for them. Okay, this might save some space of the app because Google will put their own libraries. But well, since apps made with Mobincube are already signed, you have to ignore this and just click on opt out. So once we do that, now we're going to upload the APK file to this box here. So I'm going to drag and drop my APK file here and wait for the processing. Sometimes you get errors here, like if you try to upload an APK with an already existing Android package name or with the same version number that you uploaded before, things like that. In that case, you just need to republish on Mobincube, get a new APK file, and come back here and upload the new file. Okay, but in this case, everything went smooth. So yeah, here you can change the release name just for you. And then also you can add some release notes. Normally, if it's the first one, you can just say that, hey, this is my first version, something like that. Okay, and in the future, if you make updates of your app, it's always good to add them here so people know if there's something new in the app and they will update the app. Okay, so I'm just putting some random text. Oh, I think I missed the language. I put it wrong, but it's okay. It's only an example. I click on save, and you see this the thing got green. Okay, so it means that we are almost done. So the last step here is clicking on review. So you click on review, and here, this is something that a lot of users ask. You get a warning from Google Play. Well, a warning is not an error. A warning is just something that Google is recommending or something like that. So you shouldn't be scared if you get this message. You're going to get this one. Okay, so click on view warning message. And here they're talking about an an optimized APK. Okay, this means that, well, now there's a new way of uploading apps to Google Play. It's what they call Android App Bundle. Okay, which basically is the same app as yours, but without the Google libraries and things like that. Okay, so you should ignore this one. Okay, because apps created with Mobincube are already signed, as I told you. Okay, so we are not compatible with this Android app bundle thing. Okay, but it's not something you should worry about. Just ignore this message and you will be able to publish. Okay, in this case the publishing button is disabled. Okay, but we should click here to publish the app. But the thing is that we have some sections that are still not complete. Okay, so before being able to publish the app, we need to complete those sections, these 3 sections here. So, well, I'm going to end the distribution thing because it was only 2 things left. So I'm going to select these 2 checkboxes. That's something you should always check: the content guidelines and the US export laws. Okay, if you create apps with Mobincube. Then we are going to content rating. Okay, so first you have to add your email address. Here I'm only using a fake address. I will change it later. And I guess this email address is in case some government thinks that you put the wrong rating. They might contact you. I don't know. And then you have to ask some questions. This is a questionnaire that you have to answer so that Google will calculate the rating of your app. Okay. In this case, I'm going to use educational because my app seems to be educational. And then you have to answer all these questions. My recommendation is that you should lie a little bit. Okay, you should put things like violence and sexuality in your app only if you are planning to monetize your app with ads. Okay, the thing is that if you are going to have ads, you are not going to have control on those ads. And there might be some like dating ads or gambling ads or some violent games advertising in your app. Okay, so if Google sees that ad and they find it violent, for example, and you have rated your app as non-violent, they might cancel your app. Okay, so that's why I prefer to always say yes in these cases or in some of the cases. Same for violence as sexuality. Okay, because of the ads. So I normally try my rating to be like 16 plus or 18 plus. Okay, so that I don't have problems with the with AdMob. Okay, whoa, too much questions. Okay, then here I will say no. Then no. I mean, my app is not sharing content or with other users, not sharing location. Okay, I'm just going to say no. And then I will click on Save Questionnaire and Calculate Rating. So here I got my rating, only 3. Um, Maybe Google made some mistake. But as I told you, I would recommend to try to get an 16 plus or something like that. Then apply the rating and this section is complete. Well, if the rating was wrong, you can start a new questionnaire and try to answer yes to everything. Okay, and the last thing is the app content. We are here going to select the target audience of our app. So, okay, here I can also say set the age group. I'm going to pick 16 and above. And here's some requirements that you should read carefully, talking about the COPPA law and the GDPR. And well, those are basically privacy laws from Europe and California. And no, I don't want to appeal to children. I mean, in the past, making apps for children was a great option for monetizing, but it's getting more difficult. So I try not to include children in the target audience of my app. Okay, and we are basically done. Now we have to click on submit if everything is correct. Okay, and you see it got green. So now I have my 5 mandatory sections green. So I can finally publish my app. I will go to app releases again, edit the production release, and everything is in order like it was before. Oh, I have to review again the app. Click on review. You're going to get the same warning. Just ignore it. And now you see the button in blue. This means we can click right now on the button to start publishing our app. Just confirm, and we just send to Google our app and they will review it. It might take some hours or some day, maybe 2 days, and if they approve the app, it will be live on Google Play. Okay, so here you can see the status of our app. It's pending publication. Okay, so well, basically this is all we need to know to publish our app on Google Play. Yeah, once it's published, it will say published here. So that's all. So yeah, as I was saying, basically this is all we need to know to publish our apps on Google Play. Um, well, soon I want to record another tutorial for publishing apps on iOS for Apple devices. Okay, so remember to subscribe to this channel. Okay, so you will get notified by YouTube as soon as I publish this new video tutorial for iOS or any other tutorial or recommendations about creating apps with Mobincube, with Coducer, or some other recommendations about monetizing. Okay, so yeah, that's all for today. I'm happy to have you here, and bye. See you on the next one.